The Rise of Mandhathu, Lanka's Forgotten Genius. Chapter 17, Echoes Beneath the Throne. The axis of memories was fading behind them, its spiraling lights now a distant shimmer in the void. Mandhathu walked in silence, the relic in his gauntlet humming with an unsettling rhythm, faster now, deeper, as if something ancient inside it had awakened and could not return to sleep. Colin looked over at him as they crossed back through the temple of Vaithara's descending stairways. "You haven't said a word since the axis. You felt something, didn't you?" Mandhathu paused. "Yes, the axis, it showed me more than I could understand, and I fear it's already changing me. My thoughts feel louder." Suryani's eyes narrowed. "And what if it's not just thoughts? What if it's rewriting you?" He didn't answer, but Nimya stepped forward. "We'll watch each other. That's the only way through this." They exited the ancient passage just as dawn broke over Lanka's eastern cliffs. What greeted them was not the warmth of home, but a sky bruised by smoke. The city of golden spires and melodic bells was now wrapped in unease. Marketplaces were quiet. Soldiers stood on corners in doubled patrols. New banners, crimson and black, fluttered alongside the royal seal. Whispers chased them through the streets. "Where is King Ravana? Did you hear? Another priest vanished. Some say the gods are punishing us." As they neared the palace, Mandhathu's heart sank. Where once stood the bronze gates of welcome, now loomed steel reinforcements. The guards stiffened when they saw him. "You may enter," said the captain, "but the throne room is not as you remember it." He was right. Inside, the grand hall had been stripped of its ceremonial grace. The mosaics of stars and sea battles were veiled in crimson cloth. Instead of Ravana on the throne, it was Prince Indrajith, cloaked in dark armor, his eyes colder than before. "Mandhathu," the prince said without rising. "You've returned. How convenient or suspicious." Mandhathu bowed respectfully. "Where is His Majesty?" Indrajith gestured behind him toward the sealed inner chambers. "In retreat. The Axis has stirred things beyond your little journey. The people are panicking, enemies move in shadows, and you brought something back. I can feel it." The prince stood, stepping down with measured grace. "You've changed, Mandhathu. Even your aura hums like that cursed relic in your arm. Are you still loyal to us?" A beat of tension. Nimya, Colin, and Suryani were tense. Mandhathu replied slowly, "Loyalty is not silence. I serve the king and the balance he taught me to protect." Indrajit's voice hardened. "Then serve it with obedience. There are voices in the court who question your ascension. Not all trust the genius anymore." Mandhathu left without answering. In the dead of night, a familiar voice called to him from the shadows of the forge tower. "Boy," came the graveled tone, "you walk like a man with 10 weights on your spine." It was Varuna, the old blacksmith philosopher who once mentored him. Mandhathu smiled despite himself. "You still sneak around like a ghost." Varuna leaned close. "And ghosts are what you'll face if you don't tread carefully. There's a schism brewing beneath the palace. Not just among nobles. Even within Ravana's inner council, there are those who whisper of new power, of Viramitra's rise not being a threat, but a solution." Mandhathu's blood chilled. "You mean betrayal?" "I mean desperation," Varuna said. "And desperate men will feed a storm if they think it might save them." Later that week, as Mandhathu stood on the balcony overlooking the Sea of Asura, the relic in his arm pulsed again, stronger this time. Without warning, reality flickered. He staggered, clutching the rail. The sky bent. And for a second he saw a future where Lanka was ash, Ravana's throne broken, the axis shattered. He saw himself standing alone, garbed in obsidian armor, with legions behind him. His own voice, older and colder, echoing, "Balance is a lie. Control is the only truth." Mandhathu screamed and fell to one knee. Nimya was beside him in an instant, grounding him. "It's happening again, isn't it?" she whispered. He nodded. "The axis didn't just link me to power. It linked me to possibility." Ravana finally summoned him, not in the throne room, but in the deepest meditation chamber beneath the palace, a place few even knew existed. There the king sat cross-legged among ancient scrolls, his body older than before, his gaze like the weight of time itself. "You saw it," Ravana said without preamble. "The broken futures." "Yes," Mandhathu whispered, "and I don't know how to stop them." "You cannot," the king replied, "but you can choose among them. The axis only reveals. The burden of action is yours." Mandhathu lowered his eyes. "The people no longer trust. The council fractures, and the relic inside me grows louder. Am I becoming what I fear?" Ravana rose and placed a hand on his shoulder. "You are becoming what you must if your heart remains pure. That is why I hid, not in fear, but to see what Lanka becomes without my shadow. And it is as I feared." A long silence passed. "I must act," Mandhathu finally said, "before it's too late." Ravana nodded. "Then go, but tread carefully. Even truth spoken too soon can turn friends into foes." As Mandhathu left the chamber, the stars above Lanka flickered unnaturally, and far beneath the earth, Viramitra's followers stirred. Something ancient was waking, and the lines between protector and destroyer had begun to blur. To be continued.